No, give me build your own vibrator. Like, give me something constructive.
This was unexpected. Are you going to dance or what? This is a different song. I'm not used to this slowness. Love kick?
Nathan just had a moment.
Love punch? What's going on? Love duck? This isn't the karate I'm used to. I think the Onion
You've
guy
changed,
sold.
man. What happened to you, Mr. Chuck?
He sold out. That's what he did. He sold out.
You've changed, man. It's not even a fucking... It's not even karate anymore, it's just dancing.
But yeah, so as I was saying, so for me, babies are just a little bit too dependent. And I think, in all honesty, like, I would want a slightly older child. And a lot of people have said, in fairness, in regards to, like, adoption, that's probably more of a good thing, because obviously most adoptive parents wants to raise a child from as young as possible. So when there's always babies and stuff like that, usually it's the babies that get picked.
So you're saying you'd rather have a 2 or 3 year old?
I'm saying maybe even like 4
He wants
or
to adopt
5.
an 18-year-old who didn't have any responsibility whatsoever.
You should adopt a 25-year-old. You should adopt a 25-year-old who's got their own house. Don't
adopt other adults.
Did you hear about, there was an adult that adopted legally another adult and then they got married?
I heard about this.
That's fucked up.
It's not fucked up really though, because the reason they did it is because one of them wasn't legally allowed to stay in the country, but they couldn't get married right away, and they found out that adoption could keep him in the country. And because he was a certain age above, and I'm thinking only about 10 years,
right?
And they're both like in their 40s or 50s anyway, so they're not too old or young for each other. One of them adopted the other one legally,
right?
then undid the adoption, and then when the marriage came around, so the news headlines were all like, father marries son. I'm like, no he didn't. He adopted him legally when they were both 50 and 40 years old so he can keep him in the country, and then married him when the time came around.
Loophole then.
It was a loophole. It was a legal loophole, and then the media blew it right out of proportion because they knew people would go crazy over it if they didn't know the truth.
Well, you know, media likes
basically.
clickbaity headline and everything.
That's precisely what it was. It was clickbait. It was all over. It was on like a newspaper headline as well.
No one can track news on something with a honest headline anymore.
No, it happens all the time.
You'll never believe what happened at number 8.
BuzzFeed.
It's like, yes I will. and I'd get more than just a sentence for a number, please.
Your face. It's like, you won't believe what? Yes, I will. Oh my god.
No, but I hate those because
I hate BuzzFeed.
On my Facebook newsfeed, at a certain point, like you'd like a random page and it would just turn into, because it'd run out of content, just turn into clickbait, and I just literally systematically go around and unlike pages that used to be fun one day.
No,
now just little clickbait because I hate the you'll never believe what happened in blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but even if I didn't, I don't care. Like, I just don't care.
The reason I hate BuzzFeed is not just because of that, but also because it works. It tricks me. I do end up clicking on it.
There is that one article you're like, hang on, I've got to look into this.
And then I hate myself because I clicked on this BuzzFeed article and now I have to find what number 12 is because they mentioned that in the caption. So I get to 12 and I'm like, that was the worst fucking one.
It's like when you get like,
but if I've gone through 12 pages, I may as well see all 20, right? I'm here already. They've already had 12 clicks on it. They may as well have another fucking 8. And then I get to number 1 and it's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it feeds into the collector in all of us. You know when you used to get like those magazines advertised on TV, it was like, oh, if you collect like 20 magazines, you'll be able to make a pirate ship or something. And you'd miss one magazine, fuck off the entire thing.
I hate those because you see the advert on TV and it's like, here's a little bit of wood you can build a pirate ship with. If you get the 30 other magazines
that are all worth 20 quid each.
Well, that's the thing. The first one says only $1.99 and tiny text at the bottom and it goes, and about £17 for issue 2 onward.
But not including postage and packaging as well.
Yeah, the one that really tricked people was the Death Star. You could build the Death Star in parts with these magazines. If you were genuinely interested in the text in the magazine, sure, whatever, go ahead. But you're spending about £7 for a bit of fucking plastic so you can build a fucking Death Star
That is
piece.
the thing though, it's like you'll see something like really majestic, like a ship or I don't know, House of the Parliament or something. And then the very first issue will have like a matchstick and some glue. Good luck.
And all it takes is a fucking idiot like me with a calculator to go, you're spending £200 after 5 months of magazines.
It'd probably be more cost effective to buy a block of wood and then just carve it
You
into
two
whatever you
have
feel
also
like.
missed a massive thing about that. The fact is that because they'd all bomb because of how many collections you'd have to do, you'd never finish the project because they just end up getting cancelled like 3/4 of the way through.
I mean, that's the thing. Like,
That's
it's
possible
like,
as well.
It didn't have to be like you miss one. It could be like, oh, your news agent's not selling it anymore. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's just ruined it now.
That's a good point as well. Newsagents could just cancel the subscription to the delivery.
Yeah.
You never think about these things. It's wasting money, people. Wake up.
You're wasting money on that antique china pot that you're trying to make out of wood.
You're all sheep.
What's the There's always like a car, a train,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
ship.
A Thunderbird ships. I remember
Thunderbird
that
ships.
one.
They
Do you
just
know what?
they get cycled over and over again on the adverts.
They do.
Like, call me a pervert and stuff like that.
I
But
will.
pervert.
You're a pervert.
Yeah.
You're a dirty,
But-
dirty,
Pervert.
foul, street-walking venereal whore.
call me what you will. But you see, like, I saw one on the TV earlier for like crocheting and stuff like that. No, give me build your own vibrator. Like, give me something constructive. Give me an adult-based one.
This was unexpected.
I'm just saying, like, make it.
The thing is, they probably do those, just not advertised on television.
Well,
They're
maybe they
probably
should.
they're probably in other shops. To be honest,
Go to that sex shop you keep meaning to go to, and maybe they'll do them.
Do you know what? I've been in there many, many times. Not ashamed to say it.
many times.
Oh yeah,
Have you been in a sex shop?
I haven't. No, this is news to me.
Yeah.
I've been in once.
My
and
friend, one of my
I went
friends,
into one by
Dilbo,
accident once, and that was back in
Hang on.
Sickness.
Actually, what was it called?
one of my friends, Dilbo, used to work in it.
I thought you said one of my friends dildo. Okay.
What's really, really funny is like I went in there, and like I said, he was like, "Yeah, come see me at the shop." I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
Still there.
Just imagine actually hugging his dildo. You're my friend.
Please stop interrupting. Let me finish the story, please, because trust me, it's worth it.
Okay.
Anyway, so like I said, so I had a friend called Dilbert, and he worked in one of the sex stores in town, and he was like, "Yeah, I ain't seen you for a while. Ash, come see me. I'm at work, you know, we can crash there." So I was like, "Fuck it, I'm game for any experience once. Let's go see what this sex shop's like." Anywho, so I walk in there, all casual stuff like that. There's a shit ton of blokes, you know, all as they, you know, assume
And
they
they all
would
of a
be.
certain type, like middle-aged, grey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
There were a couple of couples and stuff like that, you know, people not ashamed, which, you know, you shouldn't
Well
be.
done.
People
Yeah.
want to try something
Anywho,
different.
we were sat at the counter, and this couple were looking at the dildos.
Of course.
And, you know, the woman's like, "Do you mind if I just touch the..." They had like models that you could touch, and then you could buy actual ones in the boxes, you know, like, what's it called? Like a shop floor model, you know.
Can I just say, your multitasking skills off the chart right now.
Yeah. Anywho, so, like I say, the shop floor dildos and stuff like that. And one of them, she pointed to this, I'm just going to say it was a big black one, and she come up with this comment saying, "Oh, it's King Kong's dong," you know, thinking like that. Anywho, Dilbar reaches under the counter, pulls one out that was actually called King Kong's dong. And he was just like, "No, this is King Kong's dong, Lord." And it was literally like, I think it was close to like 19 inches.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, it was...
That's almost half of me.
Honestly, it was fucking huge. Now, I pissed myself at this. And
I've just noticed you've all been turned really tiny.
yeah, we've been talking about King Kong's dong.
Well, yeah, these are the side effects of King Kong's dong.
There's Um Jammer Lammy in the red hair in the back.
Oh, one with the green spikes?
Yeah.
What, is he a character then?
Yeah, she was the head of number 2.
She?
So, yeah.
That's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, I'm looking at completely the wrong character.
Oh, okay.
You just got destroyed.
I did.
Well, that was the weirdest conversation we've ever had on a kids game.
I didn't think we'd go from kids game to sex shop in the same
You
video.
really should expect these things.
Yes,
My
we really
one and only
should.
experience with a sex shop was I walked in there and there was a TV on the back wall that was just playing porn. And
Yeah,
there was
well, it was a sex shop, so...
there was an old man who looked about probably pushing 60 who was just standing right at the screen watching.
I
That
think he
is...
was only watching Nathan.
He had long, shaggy white hair, big, massive white moustache, just hanging down, in his leather coat.
Was it a porno stash?
He was balding on top, and he was just staring at the screen in this tiny sex shop, and I had to stand next to him because it was.
You
such a
didn't
small,
have to stand next to him.
It was such a small room that no matter where you stood, because he
You
was,
were
in
next
the,
to someone.
because he was in the centre of the room, no matter where you stood, you were dangerously close to someone's wank hand. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
Oh, no.
No one needs to shake hands on a sex shop.
You don't need to shake hands with that man ever.
No. But you know what? Live who you know. Live how you want to live. Love who you want to love, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. But I'm all for like sex shops and stuff like that because why not?
Well,
Basically,
we're
all human. No, we're all
if you run a sex shop, get in contact with Ashley. Yeah, he wants to seek some business.
His email address
We're
is...
all human. We're all sex. Fuck it. If it feels good, do it.
Our PO box address is totally not floating across the screen right now. No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say those things. It means more editing for me.